Hello, it's Tim and Tom from PC Gamer. We're here checking out the new adventure for Hearthstone, the new single-player expansion for Hearthstone, which is called, as you've just seen, One Night in Karazhan. Nice jazzy disco opening.
Hearthstone and Blizzard love doing just about what you think it's going to be and then a little twist on it. They did this with the Grand Tournament too.
Well, this is so Karazhan is like Curse of Naxxramas and Blackrock Mountain, a raid from World of Warcraft. This one was set in Medivh's tower, at which he had a party. You can tell already at this point I have not played the Karazhan raid, but there was a party of some sort. The hook for the Hearthstone adventure is Medivh has gone missing. I guess maybe that happened in the raid. And it's up to you and his butler Morose to track him down. So it's going to be like the other adventures, like League of Explorers and stuff. 4 wings. Actually, I think League of Explorers was 5 wings, but 4 wings, 45 cards, spread over 4 weeks. And this is one of the encounters. I think this is with the Silverware Golem. What was it, from the parlor or something? Did we see at the start?
Yeah. It's you're getting attacked by plates. His hero power is called Be Our Guest, so it's very transparently kind of a Beauty and the Beast thing going on right now.
I was thinking it's got that kind of Fantasia vibe with the kind of
a little bit
the furniture coming to life type thing.
Yeah, it's all very magical for sure. I mean, right away though, 45 cards in 4 weeks compared to the last few adventures, which have been around 30 in 5 weeks.
League of Explorers was 45 cards.
Oh, was it? Well,
yeah, but I think it was
wrong.
I think it was bigger than previous ones.
But it's going to be, regardless, with the 4 weeks, it's going to be more cards quicker. Every expansion, every wing that comes out is going to be hopefully shaking up the meta more than some of the earlier adventures did week to week. Yeah,
the guys at Team 5 at Blizzard have definitely set themselves like a high bar with League of Explorers because all the legendary cards from that, Reno obviously had a huge impact, Brown Bronzebeard, Elise Starseeker, they all ended up finding homes in multiple decks. Even Archthief ended up seeing some play. So we've seen a few cards are going to have just been unveiled at the China Joy event by Ben Brode. We've got those on the site. Same article, hopefully, is the page you found this from. If not, check out PCGamer.com. And the initial cards, the little write-ups I've done, all look pretty playable.
There's one of the new ones, Barnes.
This guy Barnes, yeah, we were talking about this earlier in the office, Tom, and we had a sneak look at it. What did you make of him? A 3/4 for 4 mana. He summons a 1/1 version of something from your deck.
I really like this card. I don't know how strong it's going to be, but I really like the card because it's one of those cards that also the developers of Hearthstone love making, which is it forces you to do certain things with how you build your deck, not necessarily just how you play them. So this is a card where if you put it in a deck with a bunch of just kind of blank stat cards, isn't going to be good. But if you're putting them in a deck, like you said earlier, with things like Tyrion, Sylvanas, Cairn, it could be a really good card.
Yes, Ysera. A 1/1 Ysera is pretty good.
Yeah, a 1/1 Ysera is great. You don't need the stats for that because you immediately get one of those dream cards.
I'd be interested to see actually whether the dream card does proc. Because I know if you have Yasharj, who's one of the old gods, who summons a random card from your deck, like if he summons Ragnaros doesn't do his effect because he's...
But that's at end of turn. This is on Battle Cry. So the card would have come out onto play, and then at end of turn you get it.
So you think it will proc?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we see another one of these new cards as well, which is a 7 mana, deal 5 damage, and then also summon a random 5 mana minion.
And I looked at the card collection, and I worked out, or in my opinion, the best thing you can get off it is Earth Elemental, which is a 7/8 taunt for 5.
Right, because you don't get the overload then.
The worst thing you can get is Faceless Manipulator, which is a 3/3, which is still kind of alright. You're doing 5 damage and summoning a 3/3. Obviously that sucks. That's bad versus the other options. But
this boss too, it just goes to show the kind of the humor that's going to be in this set. If the disco music to start the introduction didn't make it any clearer, he's fighting you with forks and knives and plates, and he's got, I think it was a spoon weapon. It's so over the top. Yeah, it's so over the top. I really like when they do that. I really like when they don't take the straightforward, just awesome route. So I think you found one worse than Faceless Manipulator.
The 5-drop he's got is Hemet, the unloved Hemet, Nessingwary, Destroyer of Beasts.
Even though he's got 3 more attack, it's still worse than Faceless to have come up.
Yeah, I was quite interested in talking to Beasts. I was quite interested in the new Druid 1-drop, which is the first, I think, 1 mana 2/2 that's ever been printed. I had a look at the collection, couldn't find another one.
Yeah, that's interesting. It might be the activator, the Beast activator that Beast Druid needs, right? If you can drop this 1 mana minion that's not terrible for 1 mana, and then get a synergy with the beast cards that way.
No longer just a meme. Could be an actual deck.
Maybe.
What
They've
do you
been
make of
pushing
this?
it, and they haven't made it. They've made it very clear that they want Beast Druid to be a thing.
What do you make of this board, Tom? Before we, I think this game's going to be wrapping up.
Yeah,
quite
I think
soon.
this is pretty one-sided here. I always wait for in the adventures to see what the heroic versions are, because I feel like those are the way they're meant to be played a lot of times. We're going to see a last legendary, though, the Curator, which is also a very cool card, a 4/6 taunt that summons a random Murloc, a random Pirate, and a random Dragon. Or, excuse me, a random Beast, not Pirate, and a random Dragon to your hand. So it could be a huge draw turn for this 4/6.
Yeah, being able to draw 3 cards full stop is basically always going to be a powerful effect. But that kind of wraps up our look.
Yeah.
Last word, do you like look at the board?
Yeah, it was nice. It's. I love that they're going for a lighthearted approach to this raid.
Cool. So One Night at Karazhan, the next Hearthstone adventure will be out on August 11th, and stay tuned to PCGamer.com for plenty more analysis.